professional football. So if I'm saying 3-match ultimatum, you're going away next, of course you would lose.
Okay.
Fair, your point is very
enough.
clear. I mean, Joseph wants club management in Nigeria to be a lot more patient with their managers. That's it for the Nigerian Professional Football League. We'll talk about the Champions League next. And over the weekend on Saturday.
For Champions League, the Super Eagles?
Yeah, the Super Eagles. What's that to talk about the Super Eagles?
The fact that they're leaving for you, right?
It's not a lot really. Tomorrow, I'm sure. Tomorrow, I'm sure we have a lot more on the Super Eagles. Definitely. Let's talk about the Champions League on Saturday. Joseph, the first half between Real Madrid and Juventus looked was very competitive, and it looked like we're in for a very good game. Second half, a bit of an anticlimax. Juventus switched off, and Real Madrid totally took advantage, and that's why they're European champions back-to-back, the first team to do it in its current format, and that's why everyone out there in Madrid out in full force to celebrate Real Madrid's 12th Champions League title.
Well, I think you look at Juventus, 3 goals in all competition, prior to the final. Considered, I mean, they had the best defense. Correct. But I must say, you must give kudos to Real Madrid. I think these are professionals. They did study the team. How can we win this game? We can't from the midfield. And knowing for that, I mean, I think the weak link of Juventus, they won that game from the midfield. And you must give kudos to the likes of Toni Kroos and the likes. And also, the man of the moment, Cristiano Ronaldo, was fantastic. Became the first man to score in 3 UEFA Champions League finals. That is massive.
Can we make it 4?
Going back to that game, I think Real Madrid, they don't take 4.
Because if you check last season, I mean, he scored from the penalty spot. You can
no, Cecilia, come on. But
that's how I love it when he said numbers don't lie.
Open play. But seriously, that's it. Sergio Ramos, captain on the night, even though it was a bit
dramatic. Yeah. No, he needed.
That's
to
not
do
the
what he
word.
needs to do. Okay,
I'm looking for a lot more, something stronger there.
Come on.
Yeah, he should be embarrassed. He should be embarrassed by what he did to Juan Cuadrado. That's the bottom line.
He didn't get a card, but he needed someone to get a card for him.
Yeah, not fair.
And that's what he did.
Embarrassing.
The referee was to give her just 1 red card.
It wasn't needed.
Okay, so that's it now. Sergio Ramos, celebrating with the trophy in Madrid at the CBS, and that's the traditional celebration sport for Real Madrid. So it's looking really good for Madrid at the moment, and they waited a very long time to win the La Decima, if you remember. All of a sudden now they've won 3 in 4 years. It's starting to look like London buses now.
But quickly, let's talk about Juventus. For me, I think I'm totally disappointed because you look at the goalkeeper, Gianni Buffon. We all expected more from him. You've won everything possible. We all voted for you, to win the UEFA Champions League. And if not because considered as the best player when the Ballon d'Or, at least will be shortlisted in that one. But I think goals from Casemiro and also the first goal from Cristiano Ronaldo should have been averted. But I expected more, as I said earlier on, from Buffon. Underperformed.
Yeah, okay, that's Buffon now, but you can't blame Buffon alone for what happened on Saturday. When it's going to break now, when we come back, we'll still be talking about the UEFA Champions League, as well as, we'll look at the papers as well. Stay with us. Welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. We're still talking about Real Madrid, the champions of Europe, and it's remarkable how they've gone from winning, waiting for 10 titles to winning 3 in the last 4 years now. Real Madrid clearly the dominant side in Europe when you talk about the UEFA Champions League. 12 titles they've won. 7. Look at the difference. That's 5 in between Real Madrid and AC Milan. Bayern stuck on third there with 5. Barca 5 as well. 2 Liverpool 5. Man United, where are they?
Okay, should be third, I think.
Okay, so that's still on the UEFA. More starts on the UEFA Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo proved once again that he's the man for the big occasion. Scored his 104th and 105th UEFA Champions League goal against Real Madrid. He is just incredible. You have to say he's the greatest goal scorer in the UEFA Champions League history.
I mean, hate him or love him. Moments like that are meant for Cristiano Ronaldo. Magnificent player. Terrific display did give to us on the night, and it was expected, but as we said, we expected more from the opposition.
Okay. Yeah. Lionel Messi 94, Raul Gonzalez, of course, you just have the other players who know they will not come close at all. That's the way it is.
Yeah, but Messi, don't rule out Messi. Come on.
No, Messi, of course, will come close. I'm talking about Karim Benzema. That's the one I'm talking about. He won't get there.
Zidane. There's a lot of, some people out there are still
he was employed,
doubters.
let's just say, I mean, he's 16, how many months now?
16 months.
Okay, he was employed January 2016, and now he's won 2 UEFA Champions League. There are clubs that don't have one. Okay.
Yeah, you have to say that. Okay, but Zidane, credit to Zinedine Zidane. 2 Champions League titles. He's won with Real Madrid, 1 Club World Cup, 1 UEFA Super Cup, and 1 La Liga title. There are a few doubters out there that still believe Zidane would struggle if he goes to another team. Just one word on that before we go.
It might be pretty difficult, you know, to comment on that because, I mean, it's with best team in the world as we speak right now, Real Madrid.
Oh, really? Rafa Benitez, do you know how many, they had like, there was them, they had 12 coaches in how many seasons? Come on, just give it to him. By the time they had Galacticos, you remember Ronaldo, he didn't win the Champions League. He was at Real Madrid 1 time. Well, look at the papers now. Answer with complete sports here. Okay, Ronaldo says, okay, I'm the best. We know. Numbers don't lie. That's what they say in the complete sports front page. It's called 600 goals. Who've done that? Okay, now you know numbers don't lie. Super Eagles, Tom, you
got 1,000 plus.
Yeah, that's Pele in the days of Pele. We're talking about now, the current footballers right now. That's why stats don't lie.
Sporting life, and about Nigeria versus South Africa. Ramadan fasting, Raw won't stop Musa others. Yeah, a few Muslims in the Super Eagles. So yeah, fasting shouldn't affect them. Really. Well, where are we going to? Arsenal increased Mbappe bid to £95 million. Talk about this one. This is just, first of all, do you believe this? Or do you think someone is just trying to be smart?
Well, it's still hard to believe because what we had last week was the Real Madrid tabled, I think, 105 million pounds for him, and Arsenal tabled 100. I mean, 5 days later. So it's pretty hard to believe. But I'm looking at Arsenal, the squad. They want to make it to the FA Champions League once again, or maybe win the league. Is Mbappe the problem? I don't think so. I think for Arsenal, if you're spending £95 million on Mbappe, trust me, you can get 2 or 3 more players, you know, that can get the job done, and not £95 million on an 18-year-old boy. It might be a one-season wonder. You can't just take in £95 million and splash it on an 18-year-old boy. That's a big risk.
Wow, big risk.
I think I like that.
Joseph is not fun. Obviously, yeah, it's not fun. They're still on transfers. Real Madrid will pay £80 million to take David De Gea. This one has been ongoing for a long time now. It looks like Real are back. But should Real be looking for another goalkeeper when they have Keylor Navas that has helped them to remarkable success?
Well, you can't bank on Keylor Navas going into next season because it will be tougher. Basel will come all out. Now, Keylor Navas, yes, has been a fantastic goalkeeper for them, but when you have a David De Gea, now you bring competition to goal, and then
are you going to bench him? Come on!
David De Gea over Keylor Navas. David De Gea, if he advised Santiago Bernabeu today, then Keylor Navas will have to be on the bench.
Oh, okay.
That's not good. I mean, it's obviously going to leave, so they should get a goalkeeper that doesn't have the same pedigree.
That they can compete favorably, right?
Okay. Well, Joseph, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Joseph.
All right, thank you for watching. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tayo Salam.